Let's all stand and sing for Leif the first and third verses of the hymn on page 376. You've got to dance like there's nobody watching, love like you'll never be hurt, sing like there's nobody listening, and live like it's heaven on earth. William Perky.
It takes a minute to find a special person, an hour to appreciate them, and a day to love them. But it takes an entire lifetime to forget them. Anonymous.
If the people we love are stolen from us, the way to have them live on is to never stop loving them. James O'Barr.
There is only one happiness in this life, to love and be loved. George Sand.
Good morning, and happy Valentine's Day. My name is Leif Fosse, and I'm a sixth form boarder from Woodstock, Vermont. In the spirit of Valentine's Day, I'm going to talk about love. Uncomfortable, eternal, sticky, and painful love that we all have the capability of giving and receiving. What I know of love comes from my mom and dad. My dad loved my mom with all his heart and soul, and he knew no limits to showing his love. My parents met at the Lilac Cafe in Munich, Germany, and after 2 coffees and heavily accented German charm, they never left each other's side for 9 years. When they met at the Lilac Cafe, they were both working in a small theater in Munich, the town where my dad was born and raised. My mom was, as he used to say, his good half. My mom loved every little thing about him, from his slightly lazy eye to his flowing blonde hair. She loved him every moment they were apart, and she loved him as he lay still in a hospital bed on August 10th, 2000, in Salt Lake City. My dad was killed by a drunk driver in a blue Camaro who ran a red light, smashing into the side of my father's car. On that day, my mom lost the love of her life, and 3 young boys lost their father. But his memories and the love that he showed my mom, my 2 brothers and me, has always remained. My silly and eternal love is a Valentine's story that they have given us, my brother Noah, my brother Sean, and me. Their stories and stories of my dad help to keep him alive in my heart. Forgetfulness runs in the family, and on my mom and dad's 5th year anniversary, he completely spaced. Within 30 minutes of waking up on the day of the anniversary, my mom looks at my dad and says, "Tell me you're kidding." He stood in front of my mom, who at the time was very pregnant with me, forgetful and with no gift. He was in some serious trouble. He immediately told my mom he would be back, hopped in his car, and drove into town. He came back 6 hours later to an extremely hormonal woman screaming at him for leaving her on their anniversary pregnant with 2 other rambunctious young boys. When she asked where he'd gone off to, my dad took off his shirt and showed my mom his back. He had a new tattoo to cover up his old one, the name of an ex-girlfriend, big mistake. And for my mom, he had gotten a new tattoo of Winnie the Pooh and Tigger from their favorite children's book with my mom's name written underneath. That is eternal love. I still remember playing with Winnie the Pooh and Tigger on his back, tracing the lines with my fingers. My dad knew no bounds to show his love. Another story my mom told me took place just at the beginning of their relationship. My mom flew into Munich, Germany to see my dad. Her trip quickly took an unexpected turn when she got caught up in customs due to a document mistake. That mistake led her to spending a day and a night in jail. My dad had plans to meet her outside the airport, but after a few hours of waiting, he went to go check on the status of her arrival. The personnel at the airport told him that she was being held in jail because of a paperwork error at customs. My dad then drove to the jail and proceeded to wait outside on the curb for a day and a night until my mom was released. He would not risk staying in a hotel or going back to his house and not be the first person my mom saw when she was released. He slept on the curb and woke up to my mom standing over him with 2 coffees in hand and an ear-to-ear smile planted on her face. My brothers and I have always loved this story. He has set the bar pretty high for us. But the memory of my dad that I hold the dearest happened right after I was born. My mom woke up one morning to the sound of aggressive sobbing coming from the laundry room. Alarmed and worried, she hurried to the laundry room to find my dad bawling his eyes out, folding my brothers and my socks. He looked up at my mom through the haze of wet eyes and croaked, "They're just such small socks and so adorable." Keep in mind, this is a 6-foot-tall, thickly accented, burly German man who left his home at 16 to live on his own. He was so happy to be a father that the sight of our tiny blue socks brought him to obnoxious, sobbing, happy tears. Whenever I ask my mom about my dad, the most common response I hear is, "He loved you 3 more than you can even imagine." The weird thing is, I can feel it. I can feel him. He is a part of me and stays close to my heart wherever I go. His genes are in me, and from what I've been told, we are incredibly similar. I hold on to every story my mom tells me, soaking up memories like a sponge. These stories make me understand him, and by doing that, I tend to miss him less because he feels so close to me. If my dad were here today, there is no doubt in my mind that he would contribute to Mr. Service's class on Parents' Weekend, where the topic seems to always turn inadvertently sexual. He would show up to my lacrosse games, and he would want to watch me dive into the character of Shmi in Peter and the Starcatcher. So if I could leave you all with a shred of advice, don't wait for the next Valentine's Day or your next opportunity to express your appreciation or love. Call your parents. Tell them you love them. Those who are closest to you deserve to hear that you appreciate them. And as I said, we all have the capability to give and receive eternal love. So start now. Don't wait till it's too late. Those of us with lost loved ones know that we would give anything for just 30 more seconds to tell them we love them. Don't wait to ask for more time. Make the most of the time you have now. I love you, Dad. Thank you. And now, Hannah Buckley and I will sing a Valentine's song for my parents.
I never need